Hey everybody, and welcome to the White Whale Weekly, where we go over all things in the greater Daytona Beach, Florida area, living, local, fun, eating, and just good times. My name is Chris Schwartz. This is my business partner, Tim Loomis. We're the owners of White Whale Real Estate. Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow. We greatly appreciate it. We put a new video out every Wednesday, and look forward to seeing you in and around the community.
Not only that, but we also have the White Whale Weekly, where we put out a once weekly newsletter that goes over all of the newest listings, the price decreases, any new and exciting things that are happening with our brokerage that you can sign up for by going to our website. We'll put the link below. And then today we're coming to you with a few tips on purchasing your home. So these 5 tips are going to make it easier for you through the process. And just some little things that could sometimes be overlooked that we truly feel like are helpful and that we've seen come up in the last couple of weeks. So we want to go over those with you.
Yep, so these tips, they definitely, even though they are little, they make a huge difference in just the overall smoothness of the process. As they say, the details are in the devil. And these little tips can help you not be
the devils are in the details.
The details in the devil. The devil's in the
we'll
details.
We'll look it up. We'll put it on the screen. I thought it was... I thought the devil was in the I don't know. Either
it's
way.
The devil's in the detail. The details in the devil.
Either way, we'll figure it out.
You got the idea.
That's why we work together, because we figure it out. So tip number 1, and this might come to a shock to a lot of you, but Zillow does have a margin of error. When you look at Zillow, could you imagine?
No,
Zillow,
no.
Oh my God.
It said my home is worth $1 million.
Oh no. So Zillow does have a margin of error. So sometimes, and what we feel by looking at Zillow, when you look at neighborhoods and trends as a whole and changes, Zillow can be very helpful. However, when it comes to determining the ultimate market value of a property, Zillow does not always do the best job of this. So it's very important that you work with a real estate agent that is familiar with the area, familiar with the type of home that you're purchasing, and is ultimately able to help you determine if that property is overpriced, underpriced, and where exactly your offer should go in at. And especially in this market, we haven't seen many properties that have been going on the market underpriced, but sometimes they do, and you just want to make sure that you work with someone that's going to help you make the best offer and a fair offer.
Definitely, and kind of to add to that point, Zillow can be a good resource, but overall, it's a computer system. They're not local in the market, so a home that may have had a lot of updates or a home that could be completely damaged inside, Zillow doesn't have the ability to be able to differentiate that, and that's where having local professionals are going to really be able to help determine the value for you in your home. Yep. Which leads us to the next point, is bidding wars. They're not as prevalent as they were this past few months ago, but they are still happening. So it's important to look at your overall purchasing power and what you're willing to spend on a home. Mm-hmm. So by doing this, if you realize that, say, your maximum budget is $350,000, you may want to start out at a little bit lower budget, say maybe around $320,000, and that gives you around a $30,000 wiggle room budget to play with on if you do happen to find yourself in a bidding war. So just a little tip to help you, maybe have a little bit smoother of a process, just to have different financing strategies in order to help get you the perfect home that you want.
Yeah, it's really a smart idea. Even if you just start a little bit lower than what you're approved for, or not even what you're approved for, but what you're willing to spend, it does give you a little bit of an advantage, because if that home is priced properly, a lot of the times we're seeing multiple offers where they're going over asking, and it's important to be able to do that. So that's a great tip. Yeah. Tip number 3, hold off on opening any credit cards or anything while you're going through the loan process. So if you're pre-approved for a loan, don't go out to the big box store and get a new Home Depot card and buy all them fancy shiny tools that we all want to just stack in the garage and use on the weekends, because that can very well affect your loan process. Something very small, but something that's also very important you want to make sure that you refrain from doing.
Same thing on that, for the love of God. Please don't go buy a new car even the day before. They do credit checks. If you're closing on a house on a Wednesday, do not buy a car on a Tuesday. They do a final credit check on the day of closing. We've both had cases where the deal fell apart at the closing table because somebody went and made a major purchase the day before they were closing. It happened to me once with a car, and somebody went and bought a bunch of furniture. They spent like $7,000 on furniture at Rooms to Go. they were so excited, and then they were so devastated at the end of the day because that threw off all their numbers at that last final credit
all
check.
that furniture and no place to put it.
That's right.
That
you know,
sucks. I
no
feel
place
bad.
like
I
home,
didn't
right?
talk about that one, but I feel bad about for that person. And then I think
Yeah.
you had,
So and then next, I think we're at number 4 is where we're
that
at.
was 4,
2, 3, 4.
So then number 5.
So with that, you just want to make sure too, along the same lines with the credit, is maintain your current job that you're at when you got the original pre-approval for the loan. The reason for this is because all of your financials went with this job, and if you change that, that's going to change your entire outlook. And as I just mentioned before, they do a final credit check and employment verification the day of closing, so you've got to make sure you keep all of that continuity the same there. You know, you may hate your boss, your job, your whatever, better opportunity, but just hang out the 30, 45 days and just make sure you get across the finish line before you make any major life changes like that with the job.
Get the house, keep showing up to work, deal with your boss that you may or may not like.
You've already been dealing with them for this long anyway. What's another few weeks?
At least a year or two to be approved for a loan, depending on if you're approved for a loan by yourself or not. But you've been dealing with it for long enough, so just do it, get the home that you want to get, and then worry about maybe changing and finding something that may be more suitable for you. However, we're hoping that you all are happy in what you're doing.
That's right.
You know, so either way, White Whale Real Estate, like Chris mentioned in the beginning, like, subscribe, follow. We put out a new video every single Wednesday. If there's anything that we could do to help you, please let us know. Sign up for the White Whale Weekly. If you see a home that you want to look at, call us immediately so that us or someone on our team can get you in there to look at that property. And then if you have anything else that you need, if you want to talk to a lender, you're finally ready to buy, you're looking for a second home, we can put you in contact with
investment property, rental property.
We just closed on one last week. We represented the buyer and the seller of a house in downtown New Smyrna here, and the guy was buying it purely as an investment. They just came in here a little while ago. So whatever it is that we can do to help you, be sure to call us. We're here for you, and we're local, so give us a shout.
Go local. See you guys in the next week's video. Have a great week, and look forward to seeing you around town.
Have a great week.